Today, I'm with the coach who's trained badminton players to world #1 like Satwik and Chirag, and he himself is a former world #1 badminton player. He's going to take me through all the intense drills to master my badminton game.
And I'm going to make him tired.
That was the first one?
He'll teach footwork drills.
Lower, Aylex.
What?
Yes.
Singles drills. Doubles drills.
Yeah, ready. Come.
Once you tie all of these drills together, you'll have figured out the secret training to also become world #1.
How do we start our training sessions?
We're going to start with footworks. It's a little bit hard, but so is badminton. Let's do it. First exercise, pretty simple. It's just as quick feet as possible. And all these footwork exercises we are doing, 12 seconds, then about 15 seconds break after. First one, just as quick as possible. You guys ready?
Okay.
Go! 5 seconds. 2, 1, stop.
That was the first one?
We're
Why are they walking off the court? This is the start of the session.
Started. 15 seconds break after this. Then the second exercise is double defense. You are here. Visualize the shuttle is there. Try and keep that forward body bent like you would in the defense. Elbow free from the body. Stay low, especially if you're tall like me. Lower, also lower than I demonstrated. You guys ready? 12 seconds?
Okay, let's try it.
Go! Nice. Five seconds. Break. Nice.
Okay, what's next?
Third exercise. We're calling it crab walk. We want to see if we can slide like dancing just on top of the floor, like we're actually over the floor, but while we have connection with the floor from the feet. That sounds maybe a little weird, but we want to be as close to it so we can change direction all the time, but we want to be good at moving sideways. Either my heel or the front of my foot is always in the ground. And stay low again. The taller you are, the more deep you need to go. 12 seconds. If they're not doing it well, you can add a few seconds. I might do that if they're not good.
Don't slack. I don't want to do an extra set.
Go! Elbow forward. Lower, Aylex. Lower, Aylex.
What?
Yes.
Oh,
you heard me.
Oh my.
Should I add bonus seconds? I'll add 2 bonus seconds. Break.
I'm walking like a crab too now.
Last exercise. We don't want to necessarily do it too quick, but we want to do again as light and easy movement, and it's towards the 2 back corners. So I'm gonna do like my round the head movement, and I'm gonna transition and go in the forehand also. I'm not running straight. I want to see if I can come in and catch the center of the court like how you would in a match. So it's still very explosive, still very hard. Let's try and do it. Last exercise. Go! Pre-jump motion in the center, yes. And break. That's it. Those 4 simple exercises, 5 rounds, and then you're ready for the main exercises.
We didn't even start the main exercises. We're only like 15% through. And also we didn't even do 5 sets yet.
You know, and you're not even paying me for it.
I'm paying with my life. That's the ultimate cost. So I just finished the rest of the sets off camera. Took me about 2 hours. Now we're gonna start moving into our hitting exercises, right? So what do we do right now?
We are warm and ready. We're picking up the racket. First one is a very important, very simple exercise in doubles. It's half court push from the net, 1 versus 1. So we'll do that for an interval of 10 minutes. Sometimes you will get a little tired in the arm. You can go forward, do a few service, do a few dribble, but basically just everything related to push or defense on half court is allowed. We're gonna illustrate it a little bit here.
How many sets are we supposed to do of this?
10 minutes of this.
10 minutes.
So here we showcased a few. I'm pushing on Aylex, he's in the defense, he's blocking a good one coming in, we're dribbling at the net, very realistic. So no one can do this for 10 minutes in a row. Once you feel you're a little out of breath or your arm starts hurting, you'll take a short break and then you continue doing this. Most important thing is that we don't make mistakes, but we still have that good quality. So we want to aim as close to the tape as possible with controlled pace and not just hard.
Sure.
So this exercise, it's a 2 versus 2 service receiving. As we have covered also, service receiving is extremely important in doubles. That's why every session when you're a pro player need to be a lot about the service receiving. It's basically pretty simple. We have a half an hour, 15 minutes where Aylex and me are serving, 15 minutes where our colleagues are serving on the other side. There is one rule. Whoever is receiving has to make the call. So let's say I'm doing a short service. They would say, hey, I'm gonna push on Aylex, or I'm gonna dribble back. That's the only. After that, it's about trying to kill it within the 6 to 8 first strokes. Was that clear enough?
Yes. Super clear. Just, I'm super scared to do it.
Yeah. So the good thing about this exercise is that you can repeat a situation. Either if you missed a shot or the service wasn't good, then you just say, hey, we repeat the same. Or if Aylex is not getting proper touch, he can also call it and say, hey, try and push down back on me. So we can get these small adjustments so we get as many realistic playing situations as possible. That's why we have a little bit time. That's why I repeatedly serve for like half of the 15 minutes in order to get a lot of these situations. Mine. Ah! Okay, let's try a few where they receive.
Oh, you knew it was coming. So is it okay that we don't have any rallies going on? Rush side?
Yes, it is. It's not meant to be like that. It's meant to be like how to get out or score within the 6 to 8 first strokes. So here was perfect illustrated. You're calling a push on the body, and I got that call from you, which means that I'm aggressive in the other side. I'm just committed to this one. The shot comes where we predict it will, and I go in for the kill. It's very realistic that we set it up like that. So here it's focus about like the quality and not the rallies, not the playing, the physical part.
Right.
It's the tactical aspect. Practice some of these different systems or gameplay calls as we have discussed, and then try and execute on it.
I'm gonna push it that way, and you cover it.
Yeah. Nice. So next exercise is the 3 versus 2. We have named it troll in Denmark. So basically the 2 side is on the attack to begin with, and then we convert, so we use the defense also. So this is a very playing alike exercise. It's really physically hard, so let's give it a go.
Why is it called the troll?
Because you have one that is standing at the net, which we call the troll. So that troll only comes out when we have the attack on the 3 side. So to maximize the pressure on the 2 side, we have added that extra player, which is not there in the defense to confuse, but there in the offense to cover the net, see if we can intercept, and put extra pressure on the 2 side.
But the pressure only happens when the 2 is defending, right? Not when they're attacking?
Yes, that's why it's the troll. So when the 2 side is attacking, the troll is just down in his cave and then comes out when we get the attacking side from the 3 side.
Let's do it.
Yeah. Oi. When you have 3, you're not used to having that. So there will be quite a bit of coordination. There will also, as we saw here, be a few miscommunication. That is okay. That's why we have an extra shuttle in the hand. We'll just quickly start again. We're doing this normally 4 times 2 minutes. So 2 minutes, 30 seconds break, 2 minutes, 30 seconds break, 4 times in a row. Yeah, nice. Yeah. Come. 2. Hey. Mine. Good. Come, lift. Yeah, nice. Yeah, ready. Come. Come, come, come! Am I that scary? Yeah, a little bit. Fair enough.
This exercise seems like it's harder for the 3 people.
I think you're more out of breath than me, aren't you?
Well, yes, coordination-wise.
Yeah, it's difficult, but that's also what we're showing. We're showing for the best of the best, like the exercises that we want to do on the professional tour. So there will be a lot of coordination. So of course, so imagine 8 minutes like this with limited breaks in between. Really, really hard. This is one that is gonna like destroy the legs.
Crazy.
So now we have classic 2 versus 2 match, but small court, meaning that the box in behind, where it's out all the time. So this is an exercise we do where we want to again focus on the service receiving. We're gonna do this after the troll exercise, which means that the bodies are tired, maybe mentally we're a little bit tired also, but this requires a lot of technique. It requires a lot of tactics. That's why we're implementing it. We're gonna do it with tennis score, meaning that I will serve one game up until one of the sides have won. And then the other side is gonna, one of the players on the other side is gonna serve tennis score until they have won a game. So normally we would do it where I serve twice, Aylex will serve twice, and our opponents will serve twice each. So 8 games in total.
Wow.
Access denied. Access denied.
Damn.
In the face.
Damn!
Now I'm serving a game. We won the first one, now I'm serving the second one.
Ooh. Forgot I can't lift. Oh, wait,
that
down
was out.
Down is also can be out?
All right, 30 old.
That's not a flick. That's a short serve.
And again here, you will find some shorter rallies. You will have a lot of focus on this, both serving and receiving. The setup, Aylex here and I are getting away with a little bit more better setups because we have better communication. We know like if we're receiving there, Aylex is going to do that on the next one, or I'm going to do that on the next one, and makes a difference. A few times we are catching something because we planned for it and we think that they're doing it. So that's the difference in us scoring more points. It's a little bit more structured what we're doing on this side. Physically we would have no chance, but because we're a little bit more tactical, smart, technical, maybe smart also, then we're scoring the most points. So that's how it's done there.
Great. Okay, Mathias, we're done, right?
No, we have a little left. We're never done. As a badminton player, you're never done. You can always do a little. But here we're done with the physical part. You can come in and do a little one-on-one, whatever you feel your game lacks. So we can do a little service receiving, a little poke, a little bit of lifting, a little bit of control drop or something like that. So we always end the session with a 15-minute technique. Yes.
So the last 15-minute technique, I can choose what I want to work
Yes.
on, right? Okay, well, I want to work on my lifts then.
Cool, let's do it. Simple exercise that is not too hard. It's just me standing at the back court, you're at the net, but try not to stand like this. You still need a little bit of movement because there's no point in practicing technique where you're just standing like this, because we never in badminton stand still. So there will always be a minimum of movement.
Okay.
Get the control, and I can give feedback on the lift because what Aylex wants, he wants it obviously to be as close to the baseline as possible. So if he keeps lifting here, I will tell him a little longer, a little shorter, whatever. So this is feedback where we help each other. Let's try and do it. Nice. Good. Good. Little short. Yes. Close. Just out. Perfect.
Short.
Sorry.
A little bit out.
A lot out.
So that was a training session with Mathias Boe. I did about 2% of it, and I think that's my max. If you guys can do more than that, please go ahead. Just keep following this training routine, and then maybe one day, instead of me, you'll be here. Will they? I don't think they want to go through this pain. Trust me.
They don't want.
No, no, no.